One question that I get asked a lot, especially by family and maybe one or two friends, is how long I plan on living in my car. And I can't really give a good answer to that question. I can tell you with absolute certainty that until my debt is completely paid off, I'm probably going to be still living in my car. The only way that wouldn't be true is after I get my CDL, if I get a job over the road, which isn't as likely, but it's a possibility. Then I'd be living in a truck for the next year, basically, and not my car, except maybe on my days off or something. But otherwise, it's probably going to just be living in my car for about the next year when my debt will be paid off. After that, I don't really know because I don't really know what kind of work I'm going to be doing. And I also don't really know where I'm going to end up. If I make enough money over this next year and I have a way of bringing in a lot of money every month, which is kind of my hope by getting this truck driving license, I'm probably going to save up for a new home base. Basically, I'm using my storage unit as a home base of a sort, I guess. It really can only be used for storage, and so anything that doesn't fit in my car just ends up in the storage unit. And of course, there's a bunch of other random stuff, about half of which doesn't even belong to me, in that storage unit. But I would like at some point to have my own space where I can work on my own projects, and I probably will get something that's a little bit closer to family, but I don't really know for sure. There are definitely some advantages to living closer to family, even if they don't really support what I do very much. Thing is, that home base may not be an actual house. Whatever it's going to be paid for with cash because I don't want to get myself in a giant mortgage. That just seems crazy to me. I might consider a small mortgage if it's equal to or less than the current rent payment on my storage unit, but otherwise I have very, very little interest in taking out a giant loan to pay for a house. So I expect the timeline for saving up for a piece of real estate of some sort that I can call my own, that probably will be about another year. So I'm probably going to be living in my car for the next couple of years, but who knows? This channel is growing and it'll start bringing in some income eventually. I don't really know how long it's going to take to save up for a piece of real estate because I can't predict the future of real estate prices, except they're probably going down. It's also probably not going to be an expensive piece of real estate. So I'm guessing it'll take me about another year to save up for it. So ideally, if I do end up buying a piece of real estate, it's probably not going to be a house or anything like that. Maybe it could be a cabin or a smaller house. I don't really know exactly, but it's more likely to be a piece of land, something like that. And so even once I buy something like that, I'll probably still be living in my car the majority of the time. That piece of real estate is just going to be a place where I can work on projects. I can store the things that I don't really want to be taking with me 24/7. And it's just a place that I can go to in case there's any issues, like we've seen over the last couple of years where it's a good idea to have just a home base somewhere that you can go and you're on private property and no one's going to bother you. So I would like to spend more time exploring the interior of the North American continent, and a car is a really great way to do that. Car life is really probably the best way to do that. So it's really hard to say how long I'm going to be living in my car, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be at least for the next 2 to 3 years. After that, I really don't know, and we'll just have to see where I'm at.